Rocky 5 is, of course, the fifth movie in the Rocky franchise, and unfortunately, it kind of fucking sucks. Actually, not kind of, it just fucking sucks. You know, I haven't now. I'm watching the Rocky movies in order for the first time ever, and I got to Rocky 5 last night. And, I thought, hey, I enjoyed all the other Rocky movies, all had their little problems, but they've all been pretty good. So I thought, Rocky 5, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be good. And I was wrong. I was very wrong. I start watching it, and, first few minutes, it's looking good. It does the same recap sort of thing that all the other Rockies have done with the last one. And then it shows Rocky on the bench, and it's like he's talking to Adrian. And Rocky, he's actually legitimately fucked now. He cannot fight again for his own sake. What is wrong with my hair? What is wrong with this? Gotta get that. What's wrong with this hair? Anyway, Rocky and Adrian are talking. Rocky is brain damage. They think, wow, it's going to be hard for him. Rocky's at his press conference. He's getting just pressured to try and get into another fight, but no, he has to retire. And then they go back to Rocky's house, Rocky's mansion, big mansion with his son. Rocky obviously has quite a bit of brain damage. He's going around saying, yo, like he's fucking Alf, going around saying that. And Paulie, Rocky's, I guess, brother-in-law, he ends up signing a contract under false pretenses, and they lose all their money to their accountant. Now, if you lose all your money under false pretenses, guess what? Under signing something under false pretenses, you can sue the person and get your money back. Okay? And it said that they sue, but it's never explained what happens, okay? They just kind of accept that they lost all their money, okay? And they move back into Rocky's old town, like the ghetto area of Philadelphia. And my question is, you are fucking Rocky, okay? I don't care how much money you end up losing, okay? You have to sell the house, all that. You are Rocky. You have other ways to make back money, enough money, so that you don't have to send you and your family into the ghetto. Rocky in the movie says that he doesn't want his son growing up in this area. Yet still, he does absolutely nothing to prevent it. He just keeps his old job at the gym. That's something that annoyed me about it, okay? And Rocky, throughout the movie, I thought, okay, what's the next fight going to be? If there's a Rocky 6, okay, there has to be a next fight. What's his next opponent? Who's his next opponent going to be? And he ends up finding, and it surprises me a little bit, and I do have to give him props there. It comes out of left field. I did not fully expect Rocky 5 going this way. I thought it would just be the same formula. But it shocked me a little bit, okay? Rocky ends up talking, meeting this guy, Tommy. Okay, they call him Tommy Gunn. He's a not wrestler, he is a boxer like Rocky. Okay, and he's desperately trying to get Rocky's attention so that Rocky will train him to be better. And he shows Rocky off some of his moves, and Rocky's like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. He's a little bit violent, but, I'll train him. He has dinner with the family. Seems like a good guy, messed up childhood with his dad, coming home, beating him and his mother. And you think this guy, he's been good. They don't really do much with his character beyond that, for the most part, but you think, okay, fine. Sorry guys, some people came by, public laundry room. Who would have known? Anyways, this Tommy Gunn guy seems good. Seems like a good guy, Get no bad feelings from him. Overall, just a normal guy. Okay, he has a passion for fighting, basically. Okay? Now, the promoter, he keeps trying to pressure Rocky into getting back into the fight. Rocky keeps saying no. Adrian says no as well. Okay? So, of course, Rocky starts spending more time training Tommy, starts getting closer to him, and unfortunately, as a result of that, Rocky starts sort of alienating his own son. And that's, his son is getting like bullied in school. First off, if you're a fucking bully, okay, you are not going out there to bully Rocky's kid. That's something. Why would you bully fucking Rocky's kid? That is the worst idea. He is the son of the top fighter in the world. You're not doing that. Okay? You, as a bully, would have to know better than to pick on that specific kid. Anybody else, fair game. Anybody else is fine. Except Rocky's son, son of the top fighter in the world. What is wrong with my hair? Christ. Anyway, Rocky, he's, we finally get a montage. And the montage is, how the Rocky movies, before this, they've always had some fucking classic rock. Everybody knows the classic Rocky, gonna fly now. Everybody fucking knows that. Classic. Synonymous with Rocky. Okay? What if I told you, in Rocky 5, you decide, nah, fuck that montage music. We're using some fucking white hip-hop. White 90s hip-hop. I don't know who it was. It might be Vanilla Ice. Okay, I just started thinking of it as Vanilla Ice because it just sounds terrible. It does not sound good. It's just fucking white hip-hop. White 90s hip-hop. And that's what they have the montage to. Okay, you get 3 minutes. The montage is Paulie training Rocky's kid, since Rocky is too busy out training Tommy. And the rest of the montage is Rocky and Tommy training, and Tommy just beating his other opponents, just absolutely destroying them. And it drags on a bit, okay? And finally, the montage stops. It's like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Montage stops. Rocky's kid is in school, and he finally knocks out the bully. Not knocks out, but he punches him, beats him up, and he goes to tell Rocky's son goes to tell Rocky that, like, hey, I fucking kicked this guy's ass in front of the whole school. They all loved it. They all cheered me on. Rocky's kid says that, and Rocky just goes, he's training with Tommy at the time, goes, oh, that's great, tell your mother, she'll love that, she'll really like that, okay? That's not how Rocky would react. If Rocky knew his son was being bullied, okay? And when it's fucking Rocky will be so proud of his kid. He will not, that's not how Rocky would react. That's just not how he would react, okay? He wouldn't just put his son off, tell him, like, oh, tell your mother. No, he would be proud of him, okay? And right as you think the montage ends with that, more montage. More fucking montage. More of that shit. 3 more minutes of it exactly. And same music. It's just, what's happening in the montage? Oh, it's just Tommy winning more fights. Nothing different, okay? Originally, I thought that the length was the big problem with the montage, okay? You can't have a montage that's 6 minutes. And then I thought, and I looked at the Rocky 4 montage, that's longer, at like 7 minutes. And I realized something, okay? The difference is that the Rocky 4 montage, with that, everything is constantly changing, okay? Rocky, it shows Rocky getting better, and it shows Draco also getting better. With this, the only improvement you see is, oh, Rocky's kid got better. And then they stop that part of the montage, and it's just like, and it's just constantly Tommy beating everybody in boxing. There's no visible improvement going on. We can't see what's happening. It's just him continuously at the same spot over and over again, and it just fucking drags. Okay, and at this point, we are like an hour and 3 minutes into the movie. I've still got 40 minutes left. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, what What else could they do? Well, that promoter guy, he goes over to Tommy, and he offers him money, says like, hey, I want you to join with me, I want to recruit you. And he says yes, because it's a lot of money. You know, of course, why not? That's a normal human thing to do. He and the recruiter go over to Rocky's house, and, you know, Rocky, before they arrive, Rocky is having dinner with his family. No, he's like hanging out with his family, and his son gets upset at him for, you know, obviously ignoring him all this time and spending more time with Tommy. Valid reason, okay? That's Rocky's fault. And, you know, in this dramatic walk-off that Rocky's son does out of the house, he says to Rocky, like, yeah, you know how you warned me of scams coming here? Maybe it should have been you who should have looked out for the scams. You know, as a viewer, we know, like, okay, unfortunately, Rocky's protege Tommy is probably going to betray him because of this money. But how the fuck does Rocky's kid know that? There was no signs of it ever. He just seemed like a normal guy. And he pretty much was. He's just a normal guy who was very good at fighting. He seemed like a cool dude. Okay, and then Rocky, he's like, you know, Rocky's kid walks off. Tommy and the promoter, they come to Rocky's house. Tommy tells Rocky, and Rocky says, like, don't go with them. You're gonna be, don't sell out. That's basically selling out. You know, and you want to hone in your skills. You don't want to sell out with them. In the Rocky voice, I can't do the fucking Rocky voice. And Tommy was like, hey, screw you, man. When am I going to fight some real people? Come on. When am I going to make some real money? And he leaves. You know, very bad thing of Tommy to do. Abandon Rocky. That's very bad of him to do. Adrian comes outside, and he's like, yeah, you should have known all along. He's got no heart. He doesn't have your heart, Rocky. And I was thinking, wow, that would have been pretty good. Except it's never fucking explained that he doesn't have the heart that Rocky has. When I'm watching him, I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, he's pretty good at boxing, you know. He seems to have a passion for it. I wish they would have explored his character a bit more, but you know what? I just thought that was the writer's fault. No, apparently the writers were just doing fucking laps around us saying like, oh, the reason we didn't characterize him that well was because he didn't have the heart, and we had Adrian explain. No. Okay? That's fucking stupid. And you know it. You Rocky 5 writers who are definitely watching this. You know it. No. Okay, that's fucking stupid. Okay? It seems like they're trying to make up for their bland, bad characterization of Tommy. Okay, and, you know, end of the movie, Tommy, of course, betrays Rocky. He wins the World Series or whatever. And I kind of like this part. After this, Tommy he gets salty that everybody is saying, like, oh yeah, you're nothing compared to Rocky, or nothing compared to him. He goes up to, like, this bar Rocky's at, he's like, hey, let's fight. And the end fight is a street fight, and I thought that's a pretty cool concept, you know. I kind of like that. And it's done pretty well, besides some weird camera work where, like, Rocky's son arrives and Adrian arrives, and instead of just, like, it's the audience. They shouldn't have to do much for it. They just show them, like, cheering him on. Instead, they fucking just grab the camera that they're holding and just go, go, Rocky, go! That's what they fucking do. And they do it over and over again for the audience shot. And it makes me question, like, why? Is it to get us, like, more engaged? It's a Rocky street fight. It's already engaging enough, and it is a pretty good street fight, okay? Rocky gets knocked down a couple times, knocks down Tommy a couple times, and of course, Rocky ends up beating Tommy. Pretty good all in all. Anyway, that was my Rocky 5 review. Did not like it. Very bad for the most part. Pretty boring. It was hard to sit through. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed that, be sure to let me know if you want to. If not, that's fine as well. I don't really care. And have a good one.